Okay, so this is the video lecture for PowerPoint Chapter 2, Independent Project 2-6. So I've already run through it. I think I have it down. This should go pretty smooth and pretty quickly. Just try to, follow the bouncing cursor or whatever you can do. So I already have my file open here. It's the You Can Help-02 that I downloaded as my start file. Plus, I use the download wizard, so I got all the graphics I need for the presentation as well. There's, I think, 5 graphics that you're going to need to get from the resources. If you use that download wizard, it downloads it all as a package for you, and you should be good to go. If you need any help extracting or anything, let me know. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so we're going to display slide 1. I'm on step 3A already, and we're going to change our text fill. So I'm going to select my text, our text fill, which is right here, our font color, to dark red accent 1, and it tells us darker 25%. It tells us it's the 5th color in the 5th row. So you just have to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there it is, dark red accent 1, darker 25%. Then it says apply the text effect, bevel. Okay, so now we have a shape format up here. I believe this is where I want to go. And we're going to do text effects right here. So when I highlighted this text box in PowerPoint, it's a shape. So I get a shape format contextual tab. Remember, a contextual tab is one that only appears when you need it. So since I selected this shape, it popped up there for me, and then I go to text effects. And I go to bevel, and then angle, which it tells me is first option, second row. So it tells me angle right there. So that's what I want to do. And now I want to change the font size to 80. So I'm going to go ahead and, select my text. Now I'm going to go up here to the font size, and you'll see it only goes to 72. But you can type in here anything you want. So once you have that highlighted, just type in 80 and enter, and it will do that for you. Then it says resize the placeholder on the right, so one word is on each line. And I will tell you, I found it extremely helpful to have my solution document open or print it off. Either way, it's a PDF, so you can print it off. And it really helped me along the way. I referred to it several times as I was doing this exercise, just to see where they had things placed and things. So I think if you do that, it will really help you. Okay, so we're just going to come up so that each word is on its own line, and then it says move it down slightly. You want to make sure, as I struggle with a little bit, that you have the text box selected. So we're just going to move it down just a little bit, it said, slightly. It doesn't tell you exactly, but we'll see. At the end of this, I'm going to submit my file, and I will tell you what grade I get. So I think that's always interesting to see how the grading goes. And good for me to know as an instructor. Okay, so we're on to page 2. So we're going to resize a picture and remove a background color. So we're going to select this dog picture on slide 1. Increase the picture size, it says. Increase the height to 6 inches and the width automatically adjusts. Again, I chose a picture, so I get this nice contextual tab that you don't always see. You only see it when you need it. So it comes up for me, and my height and width are all the way over here. And it says choose the height to be 6 inches. All I got to do is type in a 6 in there, and I'm good to go. Use set transparent color. First time I did this, it took me a minute to find this. So you highlight your picture. We're going to go to color up over here in the adjust group. Come down to say set transparent color. So we're going to do that, and then you'll notice you get a weird little cursor thing. What you're going to do is choose the color that you want to disappear. So in this case, we want this white box to disappear. So we're just going to come up here in the white and click. And you can see all that white disappeared. That is so cool. And then we're going to position the dog picture to the left. So we're going to bring him up and to the left a little bit, right there. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And according to the solution document, that's about where he goes. Okay, so now we're going to go on to slide 2, and we're going to work with a picture style. So we're going to do slide 2. We're going to select the picture. Notice up here I have no picture format tab, none up here. But as soon as I select the picture, by golly, there it pops up for me. So I'm going to click on that and increase the width this time. Make sure you're reading carefully. The width to 8 inches, and the height automatically adjusts. So it keeps the aspect ratio, it's called. It keeps the picture in proportion. Now we're going to apply a moderate frame black. So these are your frame styles. So we're going to go down, and I think it was right here. Moderate frame black. Yep, in the second row, right there. So we're going to click on that. Notice it puts a nice little picture frame around our graphic. Now we're going to choose Align Center. Again, you go to your picture format, and over here is Align. So we're going to do Align Center. Our picture is selected, and so it's going to pop it over there for us and center it. So easy. All right, now we're going to insert a text box. I'm going to click off so that I'm no longer on my picture. We're going to insert a text box on slide 2 and type the following text. So insert, and then you're going to come over here to text box. We're going to go text box, and then you just have this nice little drawing tool, so you can just make the text box any size you want to start. Okay, so it says to, let's see, insert a text box and type the following text. Our operating funds, and you want to watch spelling and capitalization here, because I think the grader will count you down. It'll be like you didn't type it in kind of at all, so make sure you're watching that. And adoption fees. So our operating funds come through donations and pet adoption fees. So that looks right. Okay, it's sentence case, so nothing's capitalized except the first letter. Okay, so now we're going to change the font color here to white, background 1. So we're going to go back up to our font color, and we're going to choose white, background 1, which is right there. And then change the font size to 20. So while we have it selected, we're going to go here and select 20. And then change the shape fill to black text 1. So again, we have this shape format tab up here, so that's where you're going to go. And remember, you're doing shape, not text. So we're going to go do the shape fill to black text 1, which should be right here, black text 1. And there it is. Okay, now we're going to change the shape outline to white background 1. So here is a link for shape outline right here. And we're going to go to white background 1. And don't forget to change the weight. You've got to go in and change the weight to 3. And now we have a nice white line around our text box. Okay, now it wants us to resize the text box so that the text wraps on 2 lines, which we've already kind of got it there. So, but we're going to go in a little bit more maybe. Just a little bit more like that. And if you look on your solution document, I don't think it has to be exact. Haven't submitted it yet, but you want it to look pretty close. And then choose Align Center. So we've got our text box. We're going to go up here to our shape and Align Center. And there we go. It pops it over there for us. Okay, great. Rocking and rolling. Okay, so now we're going to copy and paste a slide. So over here in our thumbnails group, we're going to select slide 2. And then it wants us to use the keyboard shortcut, Control C. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to put our insertion point after slide 3. You can see I get a little horizontal line there. And we're going to do Control V, and it's going to paste it right there. We just duplicated that slide, essentially. So now we're going to format our new slide 4. And replace the text in the text box with "We need your help." And this does have different capitalization, so every word is capitalized for emphasis. We need your help and an exclamation mark. Resize the text box to fit the text, so we're going to just draw it in a little bit. It's okay height-wise. We just need a little bit there. And then center it horizontally under the picture. So again, we're going to go to our shape format. We're going to align, and we're going to align center. Okay, and there it should be right there. That should be it. I'm not sure why they used center it horizontally, but I believe that is still, it looks correct on the solution document, so I think we're right there. Okay, select the picture and change the color to Orange Accent 2. So we're going to give this a little bit of a sepia look. So we are going to go to our picture format tab again. Excuse me. And then we're going to go to color. And then orange, I think it's this one. Orange Accent Color to Dark. Yes, it is. So it kind of gives it an old time look. Okay, and that's basically it. So on to page 3. Woo, woo. Okay. So now we're going to convert a list to a smart art graphic, and I had to Google this one because I've never done this before. So that's what I like about this class. I always learn something new as well. So we're going to display slide 5. So over here on our thumbnails, we're going to slide 5. Here is our list. So we want to convert this. So we're going to highlight our list, get all our items, and we're going to convert it to a vertical bullet list. So we're going to go to the Home tab. This would surprise me. I didn't know it would be on the Home tab. I was looking all over. And then we're going to come over here into the paragraph group, and there is a little icon here that I can see why students might miss this. And it says convert. Let me put my cursor back up on it again. Convert to Smart Art Graphic. So we're going to click on that, and it brings up our Smart Art Graphic, kind of a dialog box. And we are going to choose the vertical bullet list, which I think is, yep, right here, because I've already done this exercise through, so it popped it to the top for me. You might have to look around a little bit. But look at the cool stuff it does to your text then without even trying. It just gives it such a cool design. Okay, now we're going to increase the Smart Art Frame height to 4.7. So that's under the Format tab, which also is a contextual tab. If I click off, see how that tab goes away? When I click on my graphic, then Format comes up. You want to make sure you've got the whole graphic selected. So we're going to change this to 4.7. And there we go. And reduce the width to 9. So you also want to go into the width and reduce it to 9. And there we go. Apply the cartoon smart art style. So we're still selected here. So now we're going to go into our shape styles. And we're going to click on this. I thought. Let me make sure I have this selected. Oh, Smart Art Design. We want to be in Smart Art Design. And then our Smart Art Styles here. I'm so sorry. So we want to go into here. And it says that cartoon is, did it tell me? Yep. Third 3D option. So it's going to be right here. The third 3D option. So it just kind of pops things out, gives them a little bit of an edge there. Makes it look a little cool. Okay, and then move the Smart Art graphic to the right. So again, you want to make sure you got the whole thing selected and just move it up and to the right because we're going to put a little graphic on here. Okay, there you go. And I believe that's pretty much how it looks on the, yep, on the solution document. So I use the solution document a lot for spacing and seeing what they did because we don't get a lot of direction here on exactly where to put things. So now we're going to put in a 3D model. So we're, again, going to display slide 5, which is the one we're on. Click the 3D Models button, which is under the Insert tab, and right here in Illustrations group, it's 3D Models. I've never played with these before, so it's pretty cool. And we're going to go to Stock 3D Models. Now, this took a little minute to load. Oh, there we go. So I guess we're getting it. So, and it's saying search for the word dog. Hopefully these are going to come up pretty quickly since I've already searched for these. It took a while for me, but my internet back here in my office is not the best because our router's in the living room, but here we go. So yeah, they popped in a lot quicker. So this is the dog that they're using in the example, so I just chose it. So you're going to select it and then come down here and select Insert, and it's going to pop it on this slide here in just a minute. The next thing it's going to want us to do is, oh, it does say insert the beagle, so it wants you to use this specific dog, so make sure you do that. It wants us to rotate this dog to face the Smart Art graphic. And again, this is where I used the solution document because I wanted to be sure I had him facing right, rotated enough, all that kind of thing. Okay, so there he is. He's all popped in. So we're going to do a couple of things to him. It says rotate him. This little thing in the middle, this little space thing, you're going to use that and just pull. You're going to click on it and then just pull the direction you want him to go. So you can make him go do all kinds of things, all kinds of ways. So we're going to put him about like that. Okay, and it says you can reset the 3D model if you want to rotate again, or honestly you can just go in here and start turning them around, whatever you want to do. So it wants us to change the height. So again, we have a 3D model contextual tab up here that popped up for us, and the height is right here. And it wants us to change that to 2.8. So we're going to do that and hit enter, and there he went. You can see his height changed. and then adjust the spacing as shown in figure 2.185. That means I think that we're just going to pull him down here a little bit so that he's facing the graphic. They've got his little paws kind of on here. I tried to get it exact as I could because I wasn't sure how this is going to grade. So at any rate, so we just adjusted the spacing there. Okay, and there he is. And if you look at your solution document, it's pretty close to what they did. Okay, so now we're going to insert a new slide after slide 5. So we're going to leave slide 5 selected, hard to say. Go up here to our home tab, and there is an option in the slides group called New Slide. Then it wants us to have a title and content layout. So we are going to click on that. And then it says, ooh, type the title, items we need. I don't think I did that on my initial assignment. I'm going to go back and correct that. Okay, items we need. And each word is capitalized. Items we need on slide 6. Then it wants us to insert a table, so you can go right here, with 3 columns and 5 rows. So you can just use the little selector, or I just usually just type it in, and 5 rows, and say OK. And there's your table. Okay, then you're going to type the text that's in table 2.18. And I think the top of mine might have come off in when I printed my directions. So be careful for that. Again, I looked at the solution document to make sure what these headings were because they didn't show when I printed my directions. So we have cleaning, paper products, and vetting. Make sure you're watching your typing because, boy, they will count you wrong on these. And then dog and cat play. Okay, I'm going to pause the video while I type in the rest of the text. You don't need to watch me type. Hang on. Okay, so all of my typing is done, so I have it, and you really want to double check your spelling, your spacing, your capitalization along in here. Okay, I hate to see people lose points for little mistakes like that. Okay, so now it says we're going to center the table on the slide using align center and align middle. That's going to put it centered horizontally and vertically. So we're going to make sure we select our table. It's all selected. We go up here into, I believe it's table layout. And then, what am I doing here? I'm doing, I'm sorry. I missed a couple of steps too. We want to make sure we're changing the font here. Those directions got kind of hidden on my instructions. Change the font size to 20. So just highlight the whole table, all of the text. And then adjust the column width so each column fits the longest line of text. And I don't know if there is, I struggle with this a little bit because I don't know if there's a way in here to just do this, to auto format like we can in Excel. So I'm not finding it. So at any rate, you're going to have to kind of get this double line here will help you to get your columns over. So do that, and then this one. And then when you do this one, it kind of screws things up. Oh, there we go. Now we want to do that. There we go. There we go. And then make sure everything is all on one line, that nothing has wrapped in all of that. It's very easy to miss something. Okay, so each fits the longest line of text. Now we want to align center and align middle. So we're going to table layout and align all the way over here to the right. So we're going to align center, that does the horizontal, and align middle, and that does the vertical. And then there we are. So that's all you do there. Okay, now we're going to insert and format 2 icons on slide 6. So our slide 6 is selected, and now we're going to go back to our insert, and there is a command for icons in the illustrations group. So we're going to go here, and then we're going to go to the animals category as soon as it comes up. These are not in alphabetical order. I do not know why, but you just kind of have to find the animals. You might be able to search for it, and since it says though to go to the animals, I would do it this way. I do it the long way rather than searching up here. I don't know how it would grade that. Okay, choose both a cat and a dog icon. So here is a doggy, so we're going to select him. And then here is a cat, so we're going to select him. And then we're going to go insert. It doesn't say you have to use a specific dog or cat, so feel free to do whatever you want. Then I would select one of them to just kind of, separate them out. Why is that happening? Okay, I'm going to have you delete these and then go back into insert and icons and do them one at a time, because apparently it grouped them or something and I'm just not in the mood to mess with it. So I think it's just easier to go back. If you find a way, great on you. I'm happy for you, but right now I'm just not up for futzing with little stuff that doesn't matter. Oh, come on, animals. I don't understand why these are not in. Okay, so we're going to choose the dog and I'm going to even move him, I think, so the other one doesn't go in, and then go back to insert icons and choose a cat. Let's just see if we search here. Okay, and then we want to do the cat. Okay, there we go. All right, now let's see what we want to do now we got that done. So we want to change the cat height to 2 inches. So we're in graphics format, the contextual tab. Here's the height over here for 2 inches. There's our pussy cat right there. Drag him up and out of the way. And the width automatically adjusts. It says position the cat above the table. So we did the right thing there. We want him to go above. Don't cover any text though. Okay, and then change the dog height to 3.5. So we're going to highlight him. Go to the graphics format tab. Change the height to 3.5. The width automatically adjusts. Hit enter. And then we're going to position the dog below the table. So he goes down here. And I'm just going to show you a little trick you can do with a graphic. Now this is the way it is in the solution document. I don't think I'll get counted off on this, but if a graphic isn't facing the right way and it doesn't have text or anything that's going to get screwed up, you can just grab one of these and just flip it. See, and then now you got to make sure you get your height and everything back again, but so you guys might not want to do that, but I did that. So 3.5, I'm just going to make sure I still get him right. But anyway, yeah, you guys might want to mess with that. It might change your width and stuff. But just so you know, you can do it on a time when you're not being graded, is to go ahead and flip them around. So I think that looks better if the dog and cat are facing each other. You can mess with it or not, at your own risk. Okay, so now we're going to go to slide 7. We're almost to the end here. And we are going to open the Choose Smart Art Graphic dialog box, and in the picture group, select the picture lineup. What we're doing, though, is we're converting this list to a Smart Art Graphic again. So I'm highlighting the list, going here under Convert, and then doing more Smart Art Graphics, and that opens up the Choose a Smart Art Graphic box that they want. But so in order to get that list to convert, this is really the way you need to do it. So it's not very clear in the directions, but I just want to let you know. Then we go to the picture group, and then it's the first option, 7th row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one right here, the picture lineup. So you want to do that and click OK. And then it puts all your text down here, so cool, and then you have space for your pictures up here. So each picture placeholder is automatically sized, so you don't need to worry with that. Now's where we need those other graphics that we downloaded. So we're going to insert 5 pictures by following these steps. So we're going to click on a picture, the little icon here, choose from file. Mine's already going to open up. I still have mine in my downloads file, so yours probably are as well. So they're just in the folder. Let me go back so I can show you. So you downloaded a folder that was zipped. When you click on it, you're going to get a little command up here that'll say extract files. So just extract and just do next, next, next. It'll go into your downloads, and then you'll get this file that you'll click on, and then this file that you'll click on, and it has all of your graphics in it. Okay, so I hope that helps you out. So now we've already done that. We're going to choose the related picture. So now we're on the last step here. Well, almost the last step. We just have to do it several times, but we got one more step after this, I think. Okay, so in the first box goes daycare, so we're going to go there and insert and see how that does. And then we're going to go here and go from file, and then it should start taking you back. And we're going to do country stroll. You want to follow your directions on what graphics go where. Royal treatment, it's right there, and you're going to insert. Assist with food preparation. So that is food right here. And then the last one is groom. Right there. And insert. Woo woo! So there it is. And that's all you have to do there. Okay, and that looks pretty cool. Now we're going to apply the gallery transition to all slides. So transition is a clue. We're going to go up here to the transition tab. And then we're going to open it up. And gallery is down here, right here. So you just kind of have to look a little bit. Gallery. Now, once you choose that, it's only affecting this slide until you go over here and say apply to all. So make sure you check that. And then I strongly suggest you either go to slideshow up here, or there's a little icon at the bottom, and you test your slideshow. Look at it, make sure everything looks right, that your transition is working. See the galleries on all slides. We've got this looks centered just fine. It's on 2 lines like it's supposed to. Okay, this slide we really didn't do anything with. Hopefully it's right. So here you have your color right. You've got we need your help. Check your spelling. Check your capitalization. Here we go with our list. Yep, all of that is good. Our little doggy's looking good. And then our table here, everything's on 1 line and everything looks spelled correctly. I'm hoping our font, everything hopefully is good. Okay, and now we've got our gallery of pictures here with our captions, and everything looks good. So now we can save our file and go ahead and submit it. So I'm going to go ahead and save this as, yep, that one. And I'm going to go to my desktop and save it. And I've already got one saved, so it's going to override it, which is fine. Okay, we're going to learn together what my grade is, if you're interested. Okay, so I'm going to go here, and I'm going to upload my file. I'm praying it doesn't tell me I have a problem, because I'm not sure. Okay. And we're going to find the You Can Help. That should be it. So it's uploading the file, and I'm praying I got a good grade. We'll see. If not, I'll do another video telling you what I did wrong, but at this point, hopefully it's going to upload here. Come on. Okay, so it finally came in, so yes, I'm going to submit the file. It's grading me, grading me, grading me. I always get nervous at this, praying I do well. I'm not going to be surprised. 100%! Woohoo! All right, everybody, so you know you can follow my example. You do great. I'm looking forward to good things out there. All right, take care.